Check, check, check. Hi people, so I'm gonna get into this game called Stanley Parable. I've never played it before. I saw it was on discount in the Halloween sale, Steam Halloween sale, so says here you are playing the Stanley Parable. I have no idea what this game is about. I'm assuming it's a horror game since it's on sale during Halloween. But yeah, we're gonna play it. Let's see what happens.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Here we go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Whoa. What's going on here?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Huh?
This
What?
is it, Stanley.
Yo.
Your chance to redeem yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna say one
to
thing.
put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Yeah, I'm waiting for this guy to shut up. Yeah, for a game that's about, I don't know, 2 decades old or something, the graphic looks good. But I don't know what's happening though. Can't drive the forklift. What is this door? Oh shit.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to...
Okay.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me
Who
all
the
about...
You're damn.
What the shit?
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. Sorry, but you're in my story now.
I was like, fuck this guy, but he's like, fuck this guy.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Employee, press E.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
6.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
What if I press G? What if I don't press anything? Oh, he won't let me.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new
Speak for yourself.
lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Please press R to watch TV. Where's the TV though? This. Oh,
And
yeah.
so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Yo, I was just about to say that they had mounted TVs back in the day. Wow. Please press C.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought
I'm not even
that
listening
his
to this guy.
decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible
I guess it
paths
is not a
and
sandbox game.
destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that went in all directions. And down another was a game with a baby.
Achievement
And he
unlocked.
called it
You can't
the
jump.
Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path.
Yo, if this
Mustn't
guy
there
can
be?
shut the fuck
Perhaps
up.
if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Yeah, this is a dare. He's daring me.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him
I'm
to
not
see
listening
what
to this
I
guy. I'm
see?
checking
How
Twitter.
can I make him look at himself?
I'm checking my Twitter timeline. But
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to.
I guess this
don't
guy
make
is
the
funny, but I'm
rules.
not listening
I
to
simply
him.
play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once
Shut the
more to
fuck up,
convey
white
all this
boy.
to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again. and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Okay. The end is, okay. Here we go again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's see what else this game has to offer. Right, so that door we can open, this door we can't open. Can open this door.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
This guy can't even keep up with me, man.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Executive bathroom. Definitely not an open world game, this one. Can't just go anywhere. So this is the boss's. What kind of fucked up office is
Stanley was once again
this?
stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Oh, what did he say again? I was not listening to him. Was it 2485? Yeah?
Stanley simply began entering random codes into the keypad, knowing full well the sheer statistical unlikelihood that this would ever result in a correct combination. If he knew that the combo was 2845, it would be another story entirely. But no, this is what he was going to do instead.
845.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
How about you keep up? Come on.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Come on, narrator. Wait, what did he say? I was listening. Fuck that. Oh yeah, this. What kind of psycho has like a serial killer has a office like this? It's fucked up, yo. Yeah, this game looks good though. Definitely not a persistent universe. It's loading screens and shit.
Deeper into the building,
to be fair, it's 1 gigabyte.
He felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself.
Definitely not a multiplayer game.
The nature of his job. Why did he feel this now?
But definitely a horror game.
It had never occurred to him.
I don't know anything about this game.
Would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for. Nope, still on board with death?
I guess the AI does not have a narration for me going back and forth. How do you pronounce that? Fourth. Why the fuck is it so hard to pronounce? I outsmarted the narrator. But, oh shit. Okay, he got me. Yo, this is some X-Men shit.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
Who the fuck can see from this distance, yo?
Eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
A lot of money spent for some stupid shit. The fuck is wrong with my boss?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley been under someone's control all this time?
But how do you maintain this place? Like, if you have one screen that
his emotions had been manipulated to accept it
someone has to
blindly.
climb some shit, or maybe there's some maintenance kind of crane or some shit.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable.
I'm kind of chill,
wasn't
though.
it? Was it even possible?
Why are you panicking?
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay. Facility power. Thank you for the... What's this button do? System power.
And when at last he found...
Yeah, I'm not waiting for the narrator to talk. I can't stand his voice.
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How
I'm checking Instagram now.
From the machine's grasp.
I'm not even paying attention
What
to
other
this.
mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives,
Fucking
it
yawn.
will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Truman Show shit.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation,
The fucking
immense
cow shit
possibility of the new path
on
before
his
him.
shoes.
This was exactly the way,
The
right
smell
now,
of goat urine.
that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Alright. Beat the game, achievement unlocked. I won the game? Okay. I guess it never ends, right? Okay. Alright. Alright, that was horrifying. The voice. The voice just annoyed the fuck out of me. Cause if annoying is horrifying, that's a horror game. Alright, peace.